Good morning, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. It's a beautiful Wednesday again, and we are here again for another live session of Daily Dose of Sales Caffeine, by of course, sponsored by our Akbar region. No? So again, this is Lilibet Soriano Valete, isang maganda at mapagpalang Wednesday for everybody. No, so for today, we will be tackling again the Investment 101 and how UITF will really help into our portfolio, into our business portfolio. Diba? So may kape na po kayong lahat dyan, and let's dig in. No? So magandang umaga sa ating mga live viewers. Okay, so my slide says, okay, so let's start. Okay, so Investment 101 is our topic for today. So what will be our expectation for this presentation? It would be to really make everything in layman's term, no? Para simpleng maintindihan, everybody would understand it, everybody would really go into action in really digging into the investment side of Manulife, no? So Investment 101. So please, let's start again. Next slide, please. So again, my name is Lilibet Soriano Valete, and I am your branch head here. No, I am a branch head of ACMA Prime Financial Advisory. Okay. So pag-uusapan natin, ano ba talaga ang investment? Paano ba natin siya maiintindihan? At paano ba natin siya iintindihin? Diba? And how this would help into our financial planning. Ano yung composition nito sa ating financial planning? Okay, so let's start. No? So let's make it very, very simple to understand. No? So madami tayong mga kliyente, and a lot of us also is telling, no, we were meeting a lot of clients that says na okay na ako sa savings, ayoko nang komplikaduhin ng aking buhay. Na gusto ko na lang mag-ipon, and that's it, because this is what I know. No? And hindi ko maintindihan ang mga investment na yan. Since hindi ko siya maintindihan, I don't have the understanding, thereby I don't want to go in. No, is that a good mindset? No, so that mindset, that myth will be crushed today. Hopefully, it will be crushed today. No, that those people who have plenty of their plenty of money in their savings account, would really think and act that, a little portion of that saving or majority of that saving will have to be reinvested for its growth. No, bakit ba hindi siya enough? Tingnan natin kung bakit hindi siya enough. No? So it's a very good analogy in terms of, okay, later yung analogy natin. Let's see the data. No? We'll have to really identify how the data, or understand how the data have changed over time. So 2 decades ago, saving was actually enough. Bakit? No, bakit saving was actually enough 2 decades ago? It's been 20 years ago. Because if you would see on the graph, the interest rate of our savings, specifically for time deposit, that is really high, my friend. So as high as 22%, coming from 14 to 22%, that is how high the time deposit was 2 decades ago. And then it keeps on going down, it goes going down. No? For 1987, nakita po ninyo yung graph. No? So bumababa hanggang nag-stop na siya by 1999. It doesn't hit anymore more than 10% of the interest rate. So tapos na yung maligayang buhay. Na you just put your money into the time deposit, it earns you a decent and high interest, and that would be a very good steady income for everyone who has plenty of money. No, so time deposit before was really very interest rate talaga before was really high, and it's really a decent income to depend on. No, so kung may time deposit ka was 1 million, so you would be earning 20% in an annum, so that would be really a very decent income. So on the right side of the graph, you would see that the time deposit rates from 2000 to 2019, hanggang ngayon, 2024, you would see the declining rates of the time deposit. The interest rates are declining. So from 8%, nakikita ang graph pababa po, no? So coming from 2014, so bumaba siya as low as 1% and up to another 1.5 and to 2%, no? And the rate is no longer that decent. No? Hindi na siya decent, hindi na siya dependable for the interests. So you would see that saving was actually enough 2 decades ago, but no longer enough nowadays, no? Even after 2000, in the year 2000. Okay, so bakit natin siya masasabing not enough? Are we losing if we are just putting our money in the savings account? What happens to our money? At least safe doon, Miss Ming, di ba? Wala namang gumagalaw doon. No? So tignan po natin what is happening when our money is in the savings account. All right, so next slide, please. Yan. So saving leaves us vulnerable like a thief. Gusto nyo ba na the thief represents, of course, the person who gets money that is not his, correct? And we call the inflation rate a thief. No, so of course, for a basic standpoint, inflation rate is where the price in commodities grows over time. Talagang hindi mapipigilan yan, just like death and taxes according to investors. Inflation is also part of the game. No, so hindi din pala siya mapipigilan. It's like a water running in through our veins. No, so without water, we cannot live. Similarly, with inflation, it's also a good sign that we are progressing. But on the other side, pag sobra naman, it's also a negative side that the economy is really into a deep trouble. Okay, so tingnan natin. It leaves us vulnerable to the thief. Noong 2009, say for example, we have 1 million. By 2010, the inflation stole from us 37,840. So from 2011, 45,399. In 2012, 28,420. And the rest hanggang 2018, may nagnanakaw pa rin sa atin. Nagnanakaw no? Through the inflation. And in 2019, through inflation again, we are losing 18,813 specifically for that month alone. Sandali lang isipin natin, bakit magkakaiba yung mga amount that we are losing each year? No, we have 45,000 in 2011, we have 23,097 in 2013. Why are they different from each year, no? Ang sagot po, it's of course, they are different because inflation rate natin is also fluctuating. So nag-iiba-iba din po yan. So talagang nagbabago ang ating inflation rate. Okay? So pag tinignan natin ang ating next slide please. Pag tinungo natin, it's really something that is significant already. The inflation rate or inflation had stole from us a total amount, a whooping amount of 266,307 from us, no? Leaving us with only 733,693, no? Pero baka tanungin natin, yung pera ko 1 million pa rin naman, 1 million pa rin naman hanggang ngayon. So, yes, it is 1 million pa rin ang ating value ng pera, but the amount, the purchasing power of our 1 million compared when we put in our savings ng 2009, ang purchasing power na lang po niya is 733,693. In layman's term, yung nabibili po dati ng 1 million na peso, no, ay hindi na niya mabibili ngayong 2024 kasi yung amount that you would be required to purchase a specific commodity is, ang pera mo na lang, yung purchasing power mo na lang right now is 733,693. So is that a good or a bad thing about savings? Similarly, savings lang siya. So good or bad po ba yun? Siyempre, alam natin ang sagot dyan. Siyempre, hindi po yan maganda. Because we would want to have earnings from our money. Agree? Gusto po natin kumikita ang ating pera. Pero again, sasabihin natin, may kita naman ako kahit papano sa savings. I have 0.01, I have, a little portion of interest rate dun sa aking pera na 1 million. But then, if we would look at it, no, the inflation rate versus the amount of money that the interest rate that you are earning should be higher, no? Yun yung tinatawag natin na real income. Real income, ibig sabihin, minus na natin yung inflation rate pag dinagdag natin yung interest rate that we have received. Are we clear on that? So, again, in our illustration, we have just lost 266, 307 because of the inflation rate that passed by from 2010 to 2019. So these are accurate data of inflation po pag tinignan po natin, no? So tingnan po natin na every year that's the inflation that had been we were experiencing on those particular years that passed by. Okay, so I'm sure lahat po tayo dito, the viewers of Daily Dose of Sales Cafe, no, gusto natin ang pera natin kumikita, hindi nababawasan, no? So ang ating pera, when we place it just for typical savings, we know that is very elementary, nababawasan po siya because of the purchasing power that we would be having, no? So much smaller when it comes to the real value over time. Yan po ang ibig sabihin na saving leaves us vulnerable to a thief because of the inflation rate. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. So ano ang dapat natin gawin kung gano'n, nababawasan siya, 'di ba? So ano ang kailangan nating move if we would be putting in, if our money is just like being stolen by a thief, no? So it's a very good example if we would be putting the savings, it's like the basic tool on our toolbox, no? So marami tayong mga toolbox. So isang simpleng tool lang siya. Siyempre, kailangan din nating mag-ipon. Hindi natin sinasabi na lahat ng pera natin, ilagay natin siya sa savings. Just like in a toolbox, hindi lang naman isa ang laman ng toolbox natin. Agree? So that's the point. No, we'll have to have essential tool on hand para we could do our everyday tasks and emergencies. So saving is just like that basic tool that would just address our everyday tasks and emergencies. So yun lang siya. We'll have to provide for a financial cushion for unexpected emergencies. O meron tayong savings na konti, specifically for a day-to-day task and for a short-term goals. So aside from that, what else should we do? No? Kailangan po meron tayong mga investment. So pag-uusapan po natin yung investment. So for the benefit of those who has investment knowledge, diba? Please bear with me. This is a very basic concept that we would be introducing so that everybody who has not been exposed to investment yet would have a clear glimpse of what and why they would need to invest their money from the savings account, no? So balikan natin kanina yung investment natin na analogy, yung toolbox natin na analogy. So investment is like the specialized tools in our toolbox, diba? So while savings are the foundation, syempre may mga basic tools tayo dyan. Investments naman are the tools that can help us build wealth over the long term. No? So just as a specialized tools can help us go on a bigger project and achieve specific goals, strategic investments can grow naman our money and help us reach financial milestones like retirement, buying a home, or funding education. Okay, so how do we do that? How do we invest for our future? So tingnan po natin. Okay, what are the steps that we have to identify? Okay, so tingnan natin. So that we have here, no? So investing in our future means we'll have to use, our toolbox. Meron tayong mga specific investment tools that would really reach our financial milestones, no? Yung ating mga specific financial goals. Siyempre, kailangan, the arrow specifically stands for it should be higher than the inflation. It should be higher than the savings and time deposit. Yun ang ating financial objective. So that, dahil katulad ng toolbox natin, is a specialized tool, no, that would really help us achieve our financial goals, no? So ulitin po natin for repetition, it's savings is for our everyday tasks, pang araw-araw natin yan. Hindi natin sasabihin no, na we have to put everything, all our money in our investment tools or investment fund. So savings would tackle our everyday expenditures and short-term goals. No? While investment naman goes longer or for medium-term and long-term goals, financial goals. But we have to bear in mind that our investment should be higher than the inflation rate, and it should be higher than the savings or time deposit that we have. No? So kung may savings po tayo, meron po tayong time deposit, that's fine. Pero po kailangan po na hindi po majority or bulk of our financial allocation or portfolio would be placed into savings and time deposit. So that's what we are diving at. We would want to slice a bigger part of that pie from your savings and time deposit so that we would be helping you to grow your fund to reach your financial objectives. Okay. So I hope that is clear already. So let's go to the next slide, please. Okay, so we always say that, you know, when we invest, we have to really invest well. No? Pero ano ba ang dapat nating pakatandaan when we are doing the investment? No? So whatever you saved, we invest. No? So tignan po natin ang difference po, no, ng savings and investment as, you know, in terms of the visuals natin. So savings is more or less like an absolute amount that we put in, even after a long period of time, mga 10 years, yun pa rin siya. No? So nakita niyo naman po pag naglagay tayo sa alkansya, kahit na 10 taon na yung alkansya, when we open the alkansya that we have, that's the typical savings of old folks that we were raised to, di ba? We were given alkansya, okay, you save, you know, so it's a childhood memory as well, no, na yung alkansya, pag binuksan mo, syempre, kung ano lang yung nilagay mo, yun lang yung makukuha mo doon. Agree? But then, it's typically, pag sa farm, di ba, you have the seed, it was given to you, so the seed is not supposed to be laying into your hand. Yun po yung gusto nating isabihin, no? Na hindi mo lang siya hawakan, hindi mo lang siya itatabi, lahat yung seeds mo. It should be invested as well. It should be planted. So that's the difference. So investment is a potential for a higher return, but with a corresponding risk. So just like the farm, when we are planting seeds, not every seeds will sprout or will really rise from its fruition. Hindi siya lalaki as expected. Hindi lahat, but we hope that majority of our seedlings would really produce a bigger results, of course, with the element of time, diba? So yun po yung difference ng investing and to savings. So kung gusto natin, wala naman, I'm sure, no, na may gusto na lahat is stay put ang kanilang 1 million after 10 years is 733,000 na lang because of the inflation rate. No, mas gusto natin na yung 1M natin pagdating ng 10 years, it would grow even double, or even if the market is good, it could go triple. Correct? So we would opt to have a portion of what we have into investments. Okay? Because the investment, the potential for a higher return is bigger than the savings, of course, but of course it comes with always a corresponding risks. So we always say to our client, we also would want to understand the risk appetite of the client, and of course our financial objective should match the financial risk appetite if we are the investors as well. Okay, so next, clear po ba ang ating ang difference ng savings and investing? But how do we do that, no? So tingnan na natin, let's apply our basic principle already, no, in terms of investing for our future. So we identify what is supposed to be, particularly ano ba, para saan ba ito, 'di ba, itong investment na ito. So that's the rule number 1. We have to identify. Ang tawag po dyan is financial objective natin, no? So when we are investing, when we are as advisor, when we ask the client what this money, how this money would help them, we would always ask the client kung ano po ang kanilang objective para sa perang to. No, ano yan, okay lang yan, buffer ko lang yan. O, okay lang yan, pang-aral ng anak ko yan 15 years from now. O, nag-iipon ako ng pangbahay ko, no, mga 10 or 15 years from now, I would want to purchase it in cash. So we have to know, we have to identify the reasons, no, of our particular objective for that particular amount of investment. Step 2, we have to determine, no? Check natin, is this a short-term goal or a medium-term goal ba natin to or a long-term goals, no? So this is where the myth comes in, no? Lahat ng pera natin nilalagay natin siya sa long-term goals. Lahat minsan din ng pera ng mga common person or people, no, who are not adept into financial planning, put everything into their short-term instruments as well. So we discourage that. We would want to help you to determine which particular goal or time horizon would you want to have that financial objective that you have identified. Yun po yung gusto natin na malaman. No? So tutulungan po namin kayo as financial advisors here in ACMA to really identify your financial goals. If that financial goal is specifically for your short-term or your medium-term or your long-term goals. Mahalaga po kasi yon. Mamaya pag-uusapan natin, bakit siya mahalaga? Bakit mahalaga na ma-identify kung ano para saan ang pera natin at kung gaano katagal dapat natin ma-achieve yung financial goals that we set our eyes into. Okay, so step number 3. Ano po yung kailangan natin? Siyempre, na-identify na natin ano yung financial objective natin. Nakita na din natin kung ano yung goals natin, correct? Na-identify na natin. Short, medium, and long term. Now we have to invest. No? So typically, no, a lot of common mistakes is that they put their investment again, diretso na siya sa number 3. They invest in a product corresponding to your investment goal. Kailangan po, wag po natin kakaligtaan ang identifying of our financial goals and putting it into number 2, determining the horizon, the short, medium term, and long term. And of course, bago po tayo makapag-identify ng fit na product for ourselves if we are the investor or makapag-recommend ng fit na product if we are the financial advisor to our client. All right, does it make sense? Okay, so I encourage people, if you have any questions, diba, please feel free to really type into our chat box, no, para we would be learning from one another and we would be really identifying what is supposed to be, no, sorry, what we are supposed to do when we have the money in terms of investing. Okay, so sa mga nanay na katulad ko, we are so much familiar with the pag-aayos ng closet, correct? So yung closet natin, may lagayan tayo ng mga undies, may lagayan tayo ng pang-araw-araw, may lagayan din tayo ng pang corporate attire natin and pang annual awards natin. So we have specific places of our clothes based on our specific needs, correct? So typically, similarly, when we do our funding or fund planning, we have specific instrument tools that would correspond to the objective of our money. Alright, so yun po, dapat po ganun po kahalaga, hindi sabog-sabog yung ating pera. Kung para dito lang ito, dapat hindi po natin siya ginagalaw. That's what we would want to address as an action habit for today. You check your financial funding if it's meant for your specific financial goals. If not yet, please identify your first, yung mga financial goals ninyo. Please identify, write it down, and then lagyan niyo po ng ilang years niyo po siya gagawin. Is it 5 years, 10 years, on the row, or longer? Okay, but you have to put in the timetable of your financial goals. Dapat po ganun kahalaga. No po. So let us see an example. Please, next, example. Sa mga katulad kong mag-travel, gusto mo ng Hong Kong trip, sa late 2024, that is identification. Ay, na-identify na natin, So may gusto kong mag-Hong Kong trip end of 2024. That would be 6 months from today, correct? So ano siya? So next that I would do is, of course, I would determine the period of time. So short term lang yan kasi 6 months from now. Agree? So na-identify na natin, okay, so dapat by December, since I would want to go outside the country with my family, I have to have a money specifically for that. That's determining the horizon of the financial objective that we have. Agree? So number 3, mag-iisip na tayo. So we'll have to invest na. Pwede ba natin lagay siya sa time deposit? No? Kasi short term lang siya, 6 months lang. No? So again, we have mentioned kanina that we have to have a basic tool like savings, time deposit, no, which would just cater for our short-term goals, yung pang-araw-araw natin and short-term goals, no? Pero if it's long-term, kailangan na natin ng specific good financial tools. All right? So I'm sure you are following our analogies para mas madali pong intindihin, no? Para gusto ko po na pagdating po ng, when you see your portfolio, when you do your financial planning, maalala nyo, basic tools lang pala ang meron ako. I need to have more sophisticated financial tools because I have plenty of financial goals. All right? So, tingin naman tayo ng next example na hindi na siya, ibang example naman ng financial needs natin. Okay. Number 1, pwede naman na nag-iisip ang isang tao, no, to save for a down payment for a car for 2027. Okay, so 3 years from now ang 2027, no? So sa mga young professionals, so ang gusto kasi ng mga young professionals have been to that stage as well, 'di ba? If you do not have car when you were growing up, 'di ba? Ang gusto ng young professionals would have their own car because car represents freedom, car represents mobility, and car represents, of course, that you have matured and you are adult already and you have your own responsibility of taking care of your first car. Okay, so gusto mo, if you're a young professional, 3 years from now, you would have a lump sum, ng significant down payment for your car kasi of course, pag malaki yung down payment, mas konti yung monthly amortization mo. And na budget mo na pag malaki ang amortization, hindi mo kakayanin because this is what you only get every month. All right? So that's where I started. No? So number 2, ay na-identify na natin yung medium term, yung ating time horizon. Okay, so 2024 minus 2027. So I have 3 years to prepare for my down payment para hindi ako mahirapan doon sa aking monthly amortization and I would be good to go, no? And having my beautiful life, financially abundant because I still have plenty of money to save, no? Because hindi naman siya plenty because we just properly allocate our funds. Okay, so step number 3, dahil na-identify na natin yung financial goals natin, now we could choose kung ano yung financial instruments or financial tools that we would want to incorporate to our financial planning. Ayan, pwede na tayong mag-UITF because we have 3 years on the row. No, pwede na siya pag medium term to long term, pwede na tayong maging sophisticated investor because our financial goal is to grow our fund to meet our financial objectives. No, so pwede na po 'yan. All right, so do you follow how we should do the step-by-step financial planning on our own? And of course, we could assist you do your own identification of financial goals. We could also assist you in determining how yung the time horizon that is involved in terms of identifying your financial goals. And of course, we would be recommending you as financial advisors the suitable financial fund allocation in UITF to meet your financial goals. Ayan, so may natututunan po ba tayo? Shoutout tayo sa ating mga live partners. So live po ito. Sir Rafael's Expert Lolo, maraming salamat for tuning in. Kyle, and of course, Kat, good morning everyone. Yan, para makita lang na live po tayo, di ba? And if you have any question, please feel free to ask, no? In the chat room or, we can really learn from one another, no? Okay, so do you want more? Lagyan naman natin ng another example pa, 'di ba? In investing our future, no? So, ito naman, we'll have to have an example for say for example, you are a young professional, again, gusto ko yung mga young professional, no? So, para feel natin na young tayo. Okay, so as a young professional, we have a very bold goal to stop from corporate slavery and to retire and enjoy our life 20 years from now. So gusto natin early retirement. How would we do that, no? So again, we've identified na when I reach 50, say for example 50 or 40, those who are really bold, diba? When I reach 50, gawin na natin 50 para reasonable. So pag nag-50 na, ayoko nang mag-employment, ayoko nang magtrabaho, ayoko nang mag-isip, pumasok sa opisina or mag-isip ng negosyo, diba? Because I am really well provided already with all of my passive income. So that's the goal. That's the financial goal that we could, all learn from. So we determine it's long term kasi 2024 from 20 years from now would be 2044. No, parang tagal nun sa kalendaryo, pero sa totoong buhay, ang bilis lang nun, di ba? Parang it's just a flip of one page of the book, no? When we turn one decade, no? 10 years, so dalawang flip lang yun according to the psychology book that I was reading. Okay, so we've determined the long term. Now we could after we identified, we determined the long term. Now we could really choose now what financial instrument we would be using. So invest na tayo. So mag-i-invest na tayo. So ano na ang mga fund allocation that we could choose from the UITF, fund allocations that we have. Kasi pang long term naman siya eh. So kaya natin, 'di ba? So kaya natin ng mga risky, ng the highest risk that we could have, but the highest gain that we could really get or extract from the amount of money that we have, that we are supposed to invest. Okay, so I hope that is very clear, ladies and gentlemen, for all our viewers, very, very clear that we have to identify, we have to determine, and we'll have to put the required action. Kailangan po nag-i-invest na po tayo. Okay? So, investment po ang ating pag-uusapan. No? So, nandun na tayo sa step 3. So, I hope everything is clear already. We'll go with the step 3. We'll have to understand where can we invest and how to invest, no? And what to do when we are already invested. Okay, so this is the graph of where we could invest, no? So yung risks and potential returns natin. So to the left side of the graph, it represents risks. Okay, to the landscape side, which is the potential return. No? So from deposit, makikita natin, tumataas yung risk. Next po, please. No? So we have from deposit to bonds. Yeah? So tumataas yung risk. And of course, to the highest risk, which is stocks. No? So if you would see, yan, and alternative real estates. No? So pwede din po tayong alternative real estates. No? Mga alternatives. Sabi mga derivatives, so higher the risk, the higher the income. Okay, so it's really like a pendulum. If you would want to have a low risk, of course, low return din siya. So if you want to have a high risk, similarly, of course, you would be getting a high return as well. Ganun talaga ang buhay. Kahit sa buhay po, di ba? Ang mahirap na gawin, sobrang rewarding. Ang madaling gawin, sobrang wala namang ka-reward. Typically with the investment side as well. So that's how it works. That's how life works. Okay, so please, next slide, please. Let's go in and dig in. Okay, so yung mga common investment options natin, we'll have to, identify them. So yung deposits, of course, investor loans money for a definite period of time with interest. No, yun yung mga in deposit natin sa bangko, diba? We put our money in the bank, katulad ng savings, ATM, passbook, yan, mga type of deposit account yan, checking account, no, mga time deposits, still. That is a very common investment options, which I have mentioned kanina dun sa ating financial toolbox. So dapat meron din po tayo niyan. Alright? Kasi may basic tools din tayo dapat for our everyday living and for our short-term goals. Okay? So I hope that is clear. Okay, so what about the risk? No? Yung credit risk, borrower may not be able to pay you. Gumulo siya. Okay, so yan sa deposits lang, no? So low risk and low yield, I'm sorry. Okay, so nakita nyo live kasi when we're flipping the slides, di ba? So the cons is the beauty of when you have the basic tools of deposit is that it has low risk and low yield. So dapat meron din po tayo niyan, ha? Okay. So next na tayo, no? So kailangan po dagdagan natin yung financial toolbox natin. Dapat meron din tayong bonds. Investors loan money for a definite period of time with interest, no? Pag narinig niyo po yung bonds, ito po ay i-associate nyo sa pangungutang, no? So nagpautang kayo doon sa issuer ng bond para mabilis po nating intindihin. So typically government and corporate bonds yan. So bonds are less risky than stocks. Pinakita natin kanina yung graph. So less risky siya. Ano lang ang risk niya? Ito yung tinatawag natin na credit risk. Diba? Meron tayong, diba, kinento natin kanina na yung bonds is for utang, no? So ang risk lang niya is that yung nagpautang may not be able to pay you. Parang similar na simpleng nangutang si Juan kay Maria, hindi nagbayad si Juan, diba? Si Maria would be in distress kasi hindi siya nabayaran. Typically when the bond issuer defaults, no? So hindi mababayaran si bond bearer. Okay, yun lang siya sa credit risk. But very, very few naman. Wala, konting-konti lang naman. In Manulife, we don't invest in risky bonds. So you're safe when you invest with Manulife. So bonds is really with a high rate of credit ratings. No po? So we don't buy junky bonds. So we don't buy, walang good standing na bonds. So please, so this does not apply to us. Although there's a minimal chance, no? So say, parang si Argentina, pag nag-default yung government, diba? There's a small, very almost nil chance of credit risk default. Okay, so the positive side of this is its high minimum investment requirement. Now, when you purchase a bond, you cannot purchase in a small amount of money. But the beauty, again, we're referring to the real bond issuer, no? Kung tayo po ay magdi-direct sa market and buys our own bond, okay? We cannot get that in a very minimum investment. But the beauty of UITF is that we could get the bonds as well in a very, very minimum amount. Later, we would be discussing how much could we open if we would want to have a bond certificate in our financial toolbox. Okay, so next, please. Okay, so tignan natin, no, yung stocks naman, common investment options, ito na yung pangatlo natin. So stocks, pag sinabi natin stocks, we are already a part owner in real business. No? So yung mga mahilig mag-Jollibee dyan, kinukwento ng mga social media, di ba? Sorry, dapat bumibili ng stocks ng Jollibee. To whatever company that you are patronizing, you must have a stocks from them because you are ideally a part owner of that particular company that you are patronizing, di ba? So nakaka-share ka doon sa income noong stocks mo if you are really fond of patronizing that particular product or company or brand. Okay? So shares are sold to buy things that will grow the business. Yun po yung gusto ng, that's the objective of you, why you have to have stocks. No? Pero paano kumikita ang stocks, Ms. Bing? There are two ways. You can have a capital appreciation. It is an increase in price or value of asset. No? So kung binili mo lang siya before ng 10 pesos per share, 10 years from now, the 10 pesos has been 50 pesos or 100 pesos. So the difference from 10 to 100 pesos is 90 pesos per share. That is your capital appreciation, my friend. So ladies and gentlemen, i-multiply lang natin yung number of units natin that we have purchased based on the amount, the price of our shares. No? That's where we get our earnings. Okay, so there are another way of getting an earnings from stocks. We also have dividends, no? So there are stocks who are giving dividends, and I love those, companies who gives dividends, no? So they are paying a regular money paid regularly by a company to its shareholder out of its profit. No? So they share it through dividends. So say, for example, Pure Gold in the Philippines has one, diba? So SMC, San Miguel, no, a lot of corporate bonds, corporate stocks are paying dividends also to their investors. And also when you purchase it also offshore. Okay. So ano naman yung risk natin? Market risk, prices can go down. Siyempre, volatile po siya. No, pwedeng bumaba yung price nung pagbili natin 10 piso per share, naging 7 pesos per share. So that's the risk, okay, because of market volatility. So, of course, the beauty of that is we have to really research and analyze what to buy and when to sell. No? So, pag bumaba yung market mo, wag po natin siyang ibenta muna. Pag tumaas, wag tayong ma-excite, di ba? So, we really have to manage our emotion and we really have to do our research because, my friend, ladies and gentlemen, we would want to grow our fund to the maximum potential while we are minimizing the risk. Okay, so I think that is already clear. So let's go with the common investment as well. No? Ano-ano pa yung mga pwede nating ilagay sa financial tools natin. So dapat madami po again yung toolbox natin, yung ating financial toolbox. No? So we could have mutual funds as well. UITF and mutual funds is similarly the same. Later, we will just see the difference. No? So magkaiba lang sila ng konti lang yung kanilang kaibahan, no? So a collection of stocks, bonds bundled and sold together. So they are UITF and mutual funds. They are also into diversification. So we're investing in more than one company. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng diversification. So we have a lower minimum capital outlay as low as 1,000 pesos. If you are in dollar, as low as $1,000. You could start already doing your UITF fund with us. Minimal research needed because we already have fund managers who will take care of that. You'll just have to talk to the financial advisor and get the advice of what particular financial fund allocation you would choose, no, that would meant for yung pinag-usapan natin kanina, yung na-identify na natin yung financial goals natin and our time horizon as well. So it would really matches the financial fund allocation that we'll be choosing. Okay, so lower transaction fees, it's a very good option, feature as well of this investment option. Okay, so syempre, dahil mataas ang return, we'll have to consider also the market risk, no? So kaya ba nating matulog if the market falls or if the market rises? Are we gonna be excited so much? Baka atakihin tayo sa puso, diba? So prices can go down. So please assess ourselves, and of course, we will be here to guide you, no, in terms of handling your financial risk as well. Okay, so next slide, please. Okay, so ang sabi ni Benjamin Franklin, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. We really believe this literally, in all parts of the world, di ba? Kailangan po na meron tayo knowledge sa ating ginagawa, lalo na when we handle our money. When we would want to have richness, we have to study richness. When we want to grow, we have to study growth. Correct? When we want to have a successful investment, we have to study how to become a successful investment. The beauty of that is everything is provided to us. We already have so much provision in the internet. We already have so much provision to read and really dissect. And most specifically, we are here as financial advisor to feed in the knowledge that really, is helpful to the future investors, no, sa mga aspiring investors as well, to really help you navigate into your financial goals today and in the future. So invest in acquiring knowledge, sabi ni Benjamin Franklin. So in ACMA, we are investing every day in our 1 hour everyday investment, literally doing this daily dose of sales caffeine because we want everyone to become equipped into their financial planning. All right. I hope that is clear by my Tito Benjamin Franklin. Pag-usapan natin ng maiksi. Ito talaga yung main topic natin. Mga segue lang kasi natin yan. Pero very easy lang din po ang ating topic, no? Yung UITF. Yan. Very, very simple lang siya. You've heard it several times already. Correct? So tingnan natin a simpleng journey ng investor. Tignan po natin very quick, no? So I love young professionals. Say for example, you are now a fresh graduate, no? Sa mga viewers natin na fresh graduate diyan, kaway-kaway naman. Shout out sa inyong lahat. Congratulations that you finish your degree already. So what's next? Pag nag-aral tayo, nag-graduate tayo, syempre gusto natin, 'di ba? We'll have to land a job, no? Paano tayo mag-invest pag wala tayong pera? Dapat magtrabaho muna tayo, bawal magpahinga. All right? Okay, so pahinga naman ng magulang kasi tapos na nagpaaral sa inyo. So it's your time to really get your own job, no? When we have our job, we are already earning, then we can get in love and get married, diba? That's the phases and seasons of life, diba? We get a job, we get married, and then what's next? Diba? We'll have to really start a family, manganganak si Mrs., you know, we will be welcoming si Junior, si, the beauty, the princess in the family. And of course, again, after we've started the family, next slide please, is that we'll have to start investing in UITF. No? So yun yung po yung journey ng investor, no? So tanong natin, saan tayo particularly dapat na nag-i-invest dyan sa phases na yan? Sige nga, kung may nakikinig sa akin, tignan nga natin nasaan ang best na saan tayo dapat mag-invest. Okay? Sige. Okay. So, let me help you with how the journey could have been better. Sige, tignan na natin for a limited So sa mga newly graduate lang, hindi naman lang, no? So ng mga newly graduate, mga young professionals, it's never too early to start investing. 'Di ba? Huwag niyo na pong hintayin na tayo ay magkaanak, magkaroon ng pamilya, magpaaral, 'di ba? Bago tayo mag-invest. Again, I hope it help you. You know, everybody has their own financial needs and financial goals, 'di ba? Nagbabago nga lang 'yan. No? So it becomes more complicated as we progress into our next stage of life. Yun lang siya. But as young as we are, we already have financial objectives, so we could start investing already. So the myth is, maliit pa lang yung sweldo ko, Miss P. It's okay to start small. Saan ba nag-uumpisa ang lahat? Diba sa maliit? Diba? We have to start small. You know, the beauty is that you can start. You can start growing your fund. You can start experiencing how to have your fund. You can start, you know, experiencing the losses and the wins of having an investment. Hindi din kasi nabibili yon sa mga young professionals. The experience that you get to have when you are exposing yourself into investment, that is something invaluable lesson for you as you grow older. No? So encourage everyone to start small and start young. Okay, what else? What else are the myths that we need to crush? 'Di ba? Pag bata pa tayo, no, bata, madami pa tayong mga financial goals. Sabi mo kanina, Miss Bing, gusto mo mga short term lang. Gusto ko madami pa akong mga short term needs lang. It's okay. You have to have your financial short-term goals met kasi yun yung pampasaya ng buhay, di ba? Nami-meet natin, na-enjoy natin yung buhay. But we'll have to put a little portion of what we have in terms of investment, di ba? Start small and start the frequency more often, no? Kung sa mga young professionals, before you go and get your grab every week, check niyo yung grab niyo, baka pwedeng pang UITF na yan. No, baka pwedeng mag-UITF ka twice a month, no? Frequency bit sizes, kahit na maliit yan, kung madalas mong gawin yan, it will accumulate over time. That's the point. Next, please. Okay, so you need help from the experts, di ba? Ayaw na nating intindihin paano umaandar ang UITF, paano tayo kumikita from that. Let the managers, the fund managers do its tasks. Okay, gusto natin just put our money there and let it grow and let the fund managers handle it. Okay, so I think we're good and clear with that. No, we could have, we could start it better, younger and more frequent and more, we could start smaller para walang excuse kahit na konti lang po yung fund natin. Let's start now. Okay, so next slide please. Okay, so mabilis lang po ito. So how does a UITF work? This is just typically what we have already discussed. So investors pool their money, lahat po tayo, si client A to Z, pool their money and put it into UITF. This has been professionally managed by the fund managers. Of course, binibili natin yan ng mga securities, we put it into trust entities, and we now circulate the fund being managed professionally and purchase it through securities. Pinag-usapan natin yung mga securities kanina, yung bonds, equities, those are part of the securities, and of course with the objective of returns, no, yung return of investment. So dapat kumikita yung pera natin. Yun ang objective ng financial fund managers natin para maging happy lahat ng mga investors. So yung return of investment will go back and circulate back to investors. So that's typically how UITF work. No, so if you want to be part of those people who are receiving returns and who are really tasking the fund managers to grow their money, then please start UITF with us. Okay, what to buy, Miss Bing? Let's go. Di ba, mabilis lang? How do I know naman? That's the question. If UITF is for me, may mga taong nagtatanong, para sa akin ba yan, UITF na yan? Di ba? Ano ba yan? Sige, so let's put in the bullet. Yes, para sa inyo yan because this is very affordable. Hindi lang po pang mayaman ang UITF. 'Di ba? Sa mga taong I don't want to invest in just one company. Yes, you can invest into several companies, into several securities even at your very minimal investment. Yes, you have the choices and options, 'di ba? So yes, you have the ability to easily get your money back when you need it. Very liquid, very fluid, 'di ba? Yes, you have the product to be approved and overseen by strict government regulation. Hindi po siya scam, no? Sa mga taong nagsasabi ng UITF is scam. Definitely not, because this is being regulated by our government agencies. And of course, this is for you if you want to have an exposure with the products that actually use and you enjoy. Katulad ng iyong Apple product, ng iyong Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft. No? Ini-enjoy mo ba itong mga product, mga branding na to, or mga bumibili ka ba ng mga gadget nito or mga services nito, yung mga Apple services, even Jollibee, no? So if you are patronizing again this product, please buy stocks from those, no? And you could choose stocks that corresponds to these particular companies, no? Gusto mo ba ng digital? No? Gusto mo ba na access ang fund mo? Then this is for you, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, then UITF is really meant for you. If you answer yes to all of those bullets, these are 7 bullets no, that we have laid down for you. Itatanong mo pa lang, sinagot na namin. So 7 yan, no? So yan po yung sagot. This is for you, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, UITF is for everyone to really enjoy the beauty of having financial tools, sophisticated tools, financial tools in your toolbox. Okay, so I hope those 7, bullets help you, really helped you. 'Di ba? So nilay down na din namin 'yan sa inyo in terms of graph kanina, in terms of wordings, ito naman po siya, parehas lang din siya. No, so it's very affordable. Guarantee ba yan, Miss Beg? Siyempre hindi. Gusto mo ng guarantee, time deposit po. So para mas madaling intindihan, pag investment po, there's no guarantees. Okay? The only guarantee is that there's inflation, there's tax, and there's death. No? And of course, if you want to put your money into the time deposits. But the return of investment never guarantees. Okay, never. So potential return, yes, higher siya. Mas higher siya than your savings, no? Para makita po natin yung difference. Yung fees, yes, we charge fees. Very minimal charge because, of course, this is managed by professionals. We have to pay our professionally managed fund managers, diba? So, all right, we've discussed also liquidity, no? Meron tayong very liquid yan. Makukuha natin yan. No, pag gusto nating makuha yung fund natin, after 5 days, nasa account na po natin siya. Ability to invest abroad, no? Abroad. No, nasa abroad ka, pwede. Wala siyang cross-border policy. Pwede po kayong maging kliyente ng UITF, nasa ibang bansa man kayo, basta kayo ay isang Pilipino. No? So make your own investment decisions. Yes, we would be helping you. Do your direct investing to what particular fund portfolio you may want to have. Okay, and you don't need to spend a lot of time analyzing the market because we do that for you. You are already, you know, the fund is already managed by professionals. Wala na po kayong iintindihin. Just let your money grow for you, and that's it, diba? So don't worry because this is regularized. Now this has been regulated by Bangko Sentral of the Philippines, though we are given the license to operate, sell and operate. So we are a legitimate company who would be helping you, okay, in terms of funding your own financial objectives, okay, through these financial instruments. Okay, so I hope that's very clear. Sabihin nyo ba sa akin, gusto nyo ba ng UITF or paluwagan? Diba? Magpaluwagan na lang ako para pagdating ng panahon, diba? At the end of my, ako na makukuha ko lahat ng mga savings ko. Paluwagan is just like typically the same as savings, diba? Yung seed kanina na pinag-usapan natin, it's just a seedling. How whatever seed that you have, kung ano yung nilagay mo, yun din naman yung makukuha mo. Diba? May time element ka pa kasi maghihintay ka pa, paano kung ikaw yung dulo? Tapos nag-away kayo ni Kumari, hindi siya nagbayad ng share niya. Diba? Tapos si Kumari nawala because for whatever reason. Si Kumari siya yung naghahawak ng pera. Tapos ikaw na yung due, ikaw na yung sasahod. Diba? So I've had experience also paluwagan. There are several intricacies as well, no, sa mga paluwagan, kaya madami nagkakasigra ng mga magkakaibigan sometimes when it's not managed, no, ng maayos yung paluwagan. But again, there's no harm in doing the paluwagan. I'm not against that, but we do that in terms of comparison. What are the benefit if you would be putting your money into paluwagan versus to your UITF, diba? So mas okay po kasi syempre kanina yung pinag-usapan natin, no, na mas madami siyang benefits. So we've laid down here for you yung paluwagan. Let's go to the next slide, please. Okay, we have 3 minutes to go. And this one. No, yung risk factors natin sa UITF investing, pinakita po natin siya kanina. I-review lang po natin again. That's based on our financial objectives. And then that is based on our time horizon. And of course, yung dun sa risk appetite natin. Diba? So we would help you really identify the risks that you can, stomach in, no? Masisikmura, hindi po yung mind, no, yung gumagana when you're investing. So you can stomach in the risk. If you could do that, then this is really something for you. But if you cannot stomach in the risk, we also have a fund allocation that would really work well for those who are shying away from the market risks. Okay, so next, please. No. So, mag-open na po tayo. Napakadali lang mag-open. So, simple lang po. May government ID ka ba? Meron ka bang 1,000 pesos to 5,000? I'm sure everybody has 1,000 right now. Correct? Meron ka bang $100? I'm sure meron kang tinatabi dyan from sobra mo from abroad. Diba? Ilagay na po natin dyan. And of course, ang minimum years old ng UITF opening is 18 years old. So sa mga college na madaming binibigay si mommy, si daddy na allowance, no? You can start saving here because it's really good thing to start early. As I've mentioned kanina, diba? Mas early, the better. And the experience is really valuable as you grow older because you experience the market losses and the market wins, and to really give you a higher edge when you handle big amount of money in terms of you really doing a big investment decisions already. So I encourage everyone, young professionals specifically, kasi madami tayong mga young brood, diba, who is really having a difficulty in where to put their money. So this is something that is meant for you. Meant for you. Kayo talaga, diba? Kayo talaga at ang UITF is meant for one another. Diba? Okay, so alam nyo ba na ang inyong investment ay makikita nyo sa cellphone nyo? No? And mas madami pa sa Philippines, no? So just quick trivia. In the Philippines, there are more number of mobile devices of Filipino citizens rather than the number of bank accounts. Grabe, no? Ulitin natin. Mas madami pa ang mga gadgets, ang mga mobile gadgets, no? Na own ng Pilipinas compared sa may-ari ng sorry for that, compared sa may-ari compared sa mga meron, apologies, compared sa mga merong bank account. No, so mas madami pa. So what does it tells us? It tells us that if you have your budget, diba, you could afford also to put in a little portion of that into your UITF, and you could manage and see your portfolio growing, diba, into your mobile device. Diba? Masarap kasi nakita mo sa mobile device mo, ito yung pera ko. Diba? Okay. So we encourage everyone to have their own UITF portal para makita nila ang lumalaki ang kanilang fund. So let us answer a few of these questions. How risky is the fund? It depends on what risk appetite you can have. Every risk profile, there is a match for you. So where will we invest? We have, an understanding of what securities the fund will invest in. No, so kami po ang we would be helping you navigate your financial decisions. We are here to help you to invest your hard-earned money into a specific fund that matches your financial decisions or financial priorities and your risk appetite. Okay, so what are the fund features? Na-explain po natin yan kanina, yung mga features na yan. So may trust fee, a very small amount of investment, and you could have access to an international global fund. No? International na global pa. No? Can I access this digitally? Yes, you can. Yan yung beauty. Diba? Kaya madami nung mga unang panahon, diba, gusto nilang pera lang nila nasa passbook para nakikita nila yung pera nila. Correct? I could relate that because I am to that generation. I am, holding dearly of my passbook. So right now po, digital na. So lahat ng tao could see their hard-earned money through digital landscape, no? So nasa cellphone nyo po, makikita nyo po yan every 6 p.m., no? Nagsasara yung UITF natin nagsasara, I mean, it's final price for the day, 6 p.m. kasi nagfa-fluctuate yan. It's a real time daily. No? So you could have it at 6 p.m. It could be a habit of you. Tinitingnan nyo, oy, tumaas, bumaba. Oy, malaki yung fund ko. No, it's cool to have a digital savings platform, investment platform through UITF. So encourage everyone. Okay, so last 2 slides, please. Okay, so we are already done, no? So konting extension lang. So we have a website or app. So nakapakita ko na po sa inyo yan, no? So you don't need to go to the bank. You just have to talk to us. Online lang po kaming lahat. No, sa ACMA, we could accommodate your queries. We could accommodate all of your, we could help you identify your financial objectives, and we could help you identify your financial risk appetite as well, and recommend you your own suitable fund allocation. Tapos makikita mo na yung investment mo sa website namin, which is Manulife iFunds. No, yan po yan. So pwede nyo pong i-navigate yung Manulife iFunds namin. Pwede nyo po siyang laruin, and there are tools there, no, fund projection there. Makikita nyo po yung aming actual performance. Okay, so in the next episode, we will be tackling about our fund performance. No. Okay. So you have an asset that most people don't have. Ano kaya yun, no? Sige, mag-extend tayo ng konting minuto. Ano kaya ang asset that we don't have? No, it's that time. So kailangan po yung time po natin. That's the best friend of investment of our money. My best friend pala ang pera, di ba? So lagyan po natin ng element of time para lumaki po yung pera natin. Yun lang po siya. So the longer, the higher time that you get, your time horizon is longer, the higher your income would be. Diba? Plus na nullify din niya yung risk. Isn't it a good gift, no? Isn't it a good asset, diba, that we have, a leverage of using our time in terms of our investing. No? Kaya naman, from 2024, if you plan to retire on 2044, then it's about high time to really dig deeper into what particular fund allocation would help you retire 20 years from now. So makakatulong po itong fund na to para sa inyo. Okay. So maraming salamat po. So this is how we end our session for today. I hope you've already had your beautiful breakfast for today. It's a Winning Wednesday, and I hope we've helped you dig deeper into, it's not really deeper, we've give you a basic foundation on how to invest, what to do first before we invest, and we give you an overview glimpse on how UITF would really help us in our financial goals. No, maraming salamat po. It's time for us to entertain questions. If you have questions, I am reading my chat. No? So meron po ba tayong mga tanong sa ating mga viewers? We have viewers which is 29 viewers as of the moment. So meron po ba tayong tanong? No? Okay, so these are most specifically into comments, no? So maraming salamat who shoot the comments, no? And thank you for today. It's Winning Wednesday. Again, this is Lilibet Soriano Valete. You can call me being one of the branch heads in ACMA region. So my branch is ACMA Prime Financials, and we are here to say a very beautiful good morning to everyone and have a blessed Winning Wednesday, everyone. Let's become a magnet for financial abundance and prosperity. That's how we win with our Winning Wednesday. Magandang umaga. Signing off. Thank you so much.